The race for Europe is hotting up. We have 7 teams in the running for it, all the way from Man United all the way down to Chelsea in 7th. Can we be one of those teams? Roll the titles. Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of Upon This Rock. Thank you for switching in to us here. And today we've got 2 games for you. We have got Sunderland away and we've got West Ham at home. And as you can see, we are in 3rd position in the league. How did we get there? We played a couple of games in between the last episode and this episode. Roll the highlights. First game against Stoke. Stoke, a very strong squad. So Balotelli and Destro up top. Ojo, Mbula, Tielemans and Shaqiri is the midfield 4. And we've also got Jones and Shawcross at the back. On the bench, Pasalak. And he's the only one really that I can see. Starting with our 4-3-1-2 against Stoke. They find themselves in 18th in the league with a team that good. Shouldn't be down there at all. So let's get straight into this game. Keep our run going. And let's carry on. Some of the players are struggling for fitness. 12 minutes gone. Nothing really happened in the game so far. Looking for a little bit of a spark. They still get the game started. Mina, though, picks it up from a goal kick. Llorente into Ballack. Into Khalida. But Phil Jones is there and he gets the ball out to Ojo. And he's going to try and search for Balotelli down that left-hand side. And he gets above Komar into Destro. And that is 1-0 to the Potters. Lovely counter-attacking football there from Stoke. And Matthias Destro puts them 1-0 up. Now on this right hand side finds Ballack in the middle into Gould. Gould with free space and Martinez can't keep that out. That's Ryan Gould's 2nd goal of the season. Brings it back 1 apiece. Half an hour gone. Peruzzi now on this right hand side after our goal into Shaqiri into Destro, but really good tackle there by Escobar, and I think it might have even been Walker Peters as well. Mbula with a little bit of time on his hands there, playing the ball, lovely ball out to Ojo. Ojo into the centre, but Komar cuts that ball out, trying to find Khalida up top, but can't get there. Gould into Mina into Khalida. He's going to run at his defence yet again. Going to get pushed out wide a little bit. Finds Llorente in the middle. What a hit that is by Marcos Llorente on the volley. Hits the Stoke bar and Shaqiri gets it clear. That's half time. Khalida and Mina not having the best of games. We are the favourites for it. I do expect a win out of this game because they are 18th. Even though they have a good side, I am expecting to come out with the 3 points. Let's see what we can do. You perform well out there, the result will come. Continue what we're doing and it should be there. Shaqiri now going to whip the ball in but can't get past Durham at the near post. Llorente's going to pick up the ball and Kalido's going to run at the defence. Finds Mina inside, into Ballack, into Llorente. Lovely flowing move there from the Posh, but Martinez makes an absolutely amazing save. And it's going to be Gould that's going to whip the ball in from the corner, trying to find Kimpembe at the near post, but it comes out to Llorente. Llorente back to Gould. Gould now is going to whip it in again and Kalido's there, but he commits a foul on Shawcross. Still 1-1. Durham now. 10 minutes gone into the second half. Llorente into Gould. Gould into Ballack. Ballack into Mina. What a hit that is by Santi Mina. And he puts us 2-1 up now at the Bet365 Stadium. Lovely shot by Mina. 3 changes made coming into the final 7 minutes of the game. Ward-Prowse with a free kick. Into Leo. Into Santi. Back to Komar. Komar's got a little bit of time on his hands. Into Ward-Prowse, into Leo. Leo into Cummins. Cummins finds Walker Peters on that far side. Lovely 1-2 there from Ward-Prowse and he gets it back yet again. Controlling this game since he's come on, James Ward-Prowse. Into Cummins. Cummins hits the bar. Would have been 3-1 to the Posh. Not to be. And the highlight continues here. Balotelli up top. Finds Rodriguez on this right hand side, and what a hit that is by Rodriguez on the volley from Balotelli's cross. And there's 5 minutes to go. Can Stoke nick a point? Coming in now to the final, 50 seconds of the game. Mina makes a good tackle on Yuri Tielemans. Into Santi Mina yet again from Walker Peters. Cummins now into Leo. Leo's going to find Mina through the gap. Back to Llorente. Llorente into Leo. Into Santi Mina. Oh, that's another good save by Martinez. Martinez has kept the score down for them. Llorente back to Ascar. We're just going to keep the ball now. And there it is. Peterborough United 2, Stoke 1. Another win. And that keeps us on for European qualification. Second game of the highlights sees us come up against Norwich, a local derby. team is going to stay exactly the same that beat Stoke. See if we can do the business against Norwich. They find themselves in 17th, Stoke in 18th. So we've had two really relatively easy games coming into this episode. They're setting up very defensively a 3-3-2-1-1 or a 5-4-1. Igalo and Correa up front. Zuccolini in front of the back three of Dunk, Danea and Costas. John Ruddy in goal. Okay, it's an okay team. Should they be struggling? Probably not. So let's see if we can do something about it. I fully expect to win. I 100% do. Don't really expect to drop any kind of points going into the two games today. So let's kick off. Demisi is going to find the ball in, but Escobar with a massive header there, and Santimina is going to get the ball, and he's going to run at the Norwich defence. Going to cut inside, trying to find Khalilo. He's there at the back post. He looked a little bit offside from a deflected shot by Ballack, but it's 1-0 to the Posh. After our goal, nothing has happened at all. Mina on a 6.5. Couple of yellow cards with Komar and Gould. Not the worst half, but we can play better. We have played better in the past. Looking for them to really come out in the second half and do a little bit more. But just see us go up to second, 10 points away from United, and a massive 4 points into the kind of Champions League spots really. Igalo now is going to get onto this ball. Hour going into the game, into Huson, into Espinosa, but he hits the post and Komar gets it clear. Let's knock that down to standard because they look like they're hitting us on the counter attack ever so slightly. You are susceptible to it in the control setting. Big thing really. Santimina coming off, not had the best of games. Khalilo and him seem to be going hot and cold at the minute. Don't really seem to be pulling the games out for us. It's very, very scrappy so far going into the last kind of 3 or 4 last few games of the season. Correa with a corner, but Berkey is there to claim. 2 minutes to go of injury time. Can we hold on? It's been a very, 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 very dull 1-0 win. Clough now on this left-hand side. Lovely turn of pace from Clough, and he takes a shot, but Ruddy is there, equal to it, and he pushes it wide for a corner. Ward-Prowse is going to whip this ball in. Are we going to attack it? He's taking his time. We don't really need to swing it in there at all, as you can see by the attacking players in there. But Ruddy comes out and claims ahead of Komar, and he gets the ball started. Gets the game started pretty quickly. Scopoli is going to go down this left-hand side, but Durm is there with a great tackle. Passes it back to Komar. And we're into the final minute now. Is he going to get tackled? Yes, he is. Bufal's there, but Llorente gets the ball back. And it's a topsy-turvy last kind of couple of minutes. Ward-Prowse is in on goal, but Costas gets the tackle there. Last-ditch tackle. And just stops James Ward-Prowse from pulling the trigger at the last minute. Anderson into Llorente, into Ward-Prowse, back to Escobar. Escobar into Llorente. Llorente through to Clough. Clough takes another shot, and that's very wide. But Clough's been very good since he's come on for Santimina, but looked very, very lively as he's come on. But that's it in the local derby. 1-0 to the Posh. And we go up to second. Lovely stuff. So 2 really, really good wins. We ground out the result against Stoke at the Bet365 Stadium. 2-1. Gould and Mina with 2 cracking goals for us to give us the win. And in the local derby, in the East Anglian derby against Norwich, Khalilo pops up with a vital goal to get us another 3 points. And as I said, that leaves us third. We're 10 points away from the title. We're not going to win the title because there's only 8 games left. But we are in and around the European question, which is great to see. So who is going to start in this game? First game against Sunderland. Let's find out. So it's going to be Berkey in goal, Walker-Peters, Kimpembe. Baldwin comes back in. Even though Komar has played really, really well in the last few games since Baldwin's been injured, Baldwin is going to start today. Dermot right back, Gould, Escobar and Fossum comes back in after an injury. Ballack has come into the squad instead of Ward-Prowse and played amazingly well, so he's going to keep his position as the advanced playmaker. And then we have the front two of Santimina and Facundo Khalilo with bucket loads of goals between them this season. And I'm really, really looking forward to what they can do in Europe next season if we can get there. So Sunderland having okay season. They're 15th in the league. You're looking 2-3 points away from the relegation zone. So we've played Stoke and Norwich, who are in and around the relegation zone, and now we play Sunderland and West Ham. West Ham having a really good season at 8th. Who do I recognise? Barini's still there at left back. Romeu is in the midfield. Dillaboji, Van Arnholt, Pickford is still there as well. I am looking for us to really carry on our great run of form here. I'm expecting nothing but a win here. The boys really need to be motivated for it because there are no easy games from now until the end of the season. And let's kick off and go straight into it. Pickford with the goal kick. 15 minutes gone in the game. Thomason gets the ball over to Van Aanholt, into Barini. Barini's going to find Gomez in the middle, but Escobar with a great tackle. Quick ball into Ballack and Gould. Santimina surrounded by players. Fossum comes out to the side, out to Durham, into Kalido, but gets a shot away, but Pickford is there to save. Escobar and Kimpembe keep the ball going. Fossum with a shot, and what a hit by Ivor Fossum. Top left-hand corner. What a player he is. 4th goal of the season. Comes back in to the squad from injury, and he hits an absolute thunderbolt. Let's see that in 3D. Walker-Peters gets the ball to Fossum, takes a touch. No one really closing him down, and he just lets rip. Pickford had absolutely no chance. 15 minutes gone. Sunderland 0, Peterborough United 1. Pickford trying to play it out from the back again. Tomlinson tries to find Barini, but Durham rises above him. Kalido into Ballack. Lovely ball in. Ballack is going to drive forward into Santimina. Back to Fossum again. Fossum's hits an absolute worldie again. That's 2 for Fossum. This time top right-hand corner. Pickford has had no chance for either of these shots. Ballack into Mina. Mina finds Fossum there. Takes again another touch. No one closes him down. And what a hit that is by Fossum. Top right-hand corner. 2-0 to the Posh. Durham with a loose throw-in. Barini cuts it out. Adesi gets the ball, but Escobar's there again. Lovely tackle there by Escobar. Santimina's running at the defence, as is Kalido, but Dilaboji does a great job there in stopping him, and they let the ball go again. Very loose passing from Sunderland. Kalido into Mina. Mina, lovely save by Pickford. Made himself big at the near post. Mina should have put that away, but it's a corner for Gould, but Pickford is there again, clutches that out of the air relatively easy. Fossum's on a 9.1. He's running the show today, Ivor Fossum. He's been chomping at the bit, obviously, while he's been injured. Marcos Llorente's come in and done a really good job as well, as has Jermaine Anderson. Been playing those two in and out of the side, but Fossum's come in and just stamped his authority on that midfield. All I want to do is keep it going, lads. We're playing really, really well. Great professional performance so far from the boys. Let's carry on. 14 shots on target, 67% possession. We are dominating this game. Gould now knocks it down to Ballack. Ballack surrounded by players, but calm under pressure, goes back to Escobar. Gould again, into Ballack, into Mina, through to Kalido. Oh, he hits the post. Could have been 3-0. Gould picks the ball back up into Fossum. Going to go back out to Durham. Durham, lovely ball into the back post, but that is the end of the highlight. So Gordon Peters are going to come off for Kingsley and Llorente. Nothing else. Kalido's not having the best of games, 6.3. I think it's mainly because he hit the post. The game just kind of kills people with ratings on that. Berkey's there, lovely grab from him from a free kick. Kingsley on this left hand side now. Going to take on the right winger, Santimina. Acres of space to run into. He's going to play the ball through to Kalido. No, he's going to use him as a dummy, but not the best of shots from Santimina. Still 2-0. 20 minutes to go now for the Posh. And we're going to give 10 minutes to our young upstart. Alan Riley is going to go on the pitch for Andre Ballack. If you've not seen Alan Riley, I'll show you his stats after the game. But he's one of our up-and-coming players. Only 18, going to give him 10 minutes of football, of Premier League football. Pickford's going to roll the ball out to Hoban. Hoban over to Smith. They've changed to the 3-4-3. Austin's there. Is he going to take a shot? Yes, he is. What a hit by Charlie Austin. And that is a lovely goal there from Sunderland. They've changed their formation. Give us a little bit of grief. Austin in that channel between left-back and centre-back. And he tucks it away. Berkey had absolutely no chance. Sunderland 1, Peterborough United 2. Coming into the final 20 seconds, Fossum into Mina. Mina is going to just keep the ball, dribble. He loves a little dribble of the ball, but Dilaboji comes in and tackles him. Van Aanholt's going to launch the ball up to Barini. Dilaboji's there again, and Osborne switches the play, trying to get the ball up to Austin as quickly as they can. And that is it. Sunderland 1, Peterborough United 2. Another great win for us. We ground it out, did a really good job in the first half, and just did enough in the second half. Keeps us second, and it keeps us 5 points clear now of Southampton, so we could, in theory, still qualify for the Champions League, which is a massive, massive jump from where we finished last season. And this is Alan Riley. He's got 2-star current ability, but he's a potentially 4-star ability player. He's an attacking midfielder. He's going to be used as the advanced playmaker, shadow striker if I need it in that role as well. And all in all, he looks like he could be the part if we give him games and give him game time from end of this season, start of next season. And with us being potentially being in Europe, we could we could give him a lot of game time next season. So that's Alan Riley. We'll be seeing a lot of him in the end of this season, and definitely going into next season if we make it. So here's the team to play against West Ham at London Road. Berkey and Durham keep their places. Komar comes in for Bolwin, who's had a bit of an injury in between the two games, only on 77% conditioning. So Komar comes in. Kimpembe keeps his place. Kingsley comes in for Walker Peters because, again, not come back in time from that injury from the previous game against Sunderland. Fossum, Escobar, Gould in the middle. Balak, Kalido and Mina are the front three as always. So yeah, let's get straight into it. West Ham, well, again, one of the teams that I've found a little bit difficult to beat this season. Beating the game that we've had. So been one of my bogey teams, a bit like West Brom. They find themselves in 8th. They are trying to push for the European places like we are, but they have fallen off a little bit. 49 points, so they're 11 points away from kind of 5th, 6th place. So yeah, it could be a little bit of a stretch for them, unfortunately. So let's see what we can do against these. So Lanzini's still there, Lingard is still there, Obiang is still there. They've got Chris Smalling and Reece Oxford in the middle of defence. Marcos Alonso's done the switch from Chelsea over to West Ham. Antonio's there as well. Andre Ayew. I expect to keep our run going. We are in a fantastic vein of form at the minute, and we're pushing the top 4 teams, or the old guard of the top 4 teams: United, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham. Arsenal having a poor season. They're down in 9th so far. So we are pushing the established teams, and we're trying to break through. Kamara now, 2 minutes gone in the game, goes out to Kingsley, and Mina tries to get the ball away from Oxford but doesn't. Balak picks up the ball though into Fossum. Fossum's going to find Durham on this right hand side, going to find Fossum in the middle, and that is 3 goals in 2 games from Ivor Fossum. 6th goal of the season. Durham pulls the ball back for him, and that is 1-0 to the Posh against West Ham. Here we go, Fossum out to Durham. Durham just drives forward. He finds him again. Mina tries to get there, and Fossum just absolutely lamps it in off the crossbar. 1-0 to the Posh. Kingsley into Gould, Gould into Balak, Balak now into Fossum. Fossum, is he going to try and find Kalido? Yes, he is. Kalido's there, and that is 2-0 to the Posh. Just over 10 minutes gone, and that's his 30th goal of the season for Sundo Kalido. Balak here into Fossum. Fossum is going to play the ball through to Kalido because Reece Oxford comes out and Kalido hits it first time. What a hit that is by Kalido, and that is 2-0 to the Posh. Lanzini's picked up an injury. So what's wrong with him? He's got a potential thigh injury, so could hamper him and the front 4, because I'm guessing he probably gets things ticking. Komar gets the ball clear, as does Fossum, and Kalido is there to pick it up. Santi Mina drives forward. Can he find someone in the middle? No, he's going his own way, but Kamara is there to push it clear. Calabria into Lanzini, but Escobar just muscles him off the ball. Into Mina, into Gould. Wave after wave, and Balak is there. 3-0 to the Posh. Wave after wave of blue shirts coming forward. That's his first goal for the club, and we just seem to be hitting form at the right time of the season. Fossum, lovely ball into Balak, and he absolutely lamps it into the right hand corner. 3-0 to the Posh just before half time. Just about the perfect half of football. Lovely stuff. Means 6.8. Kalida's on a 8.2. Balak is on a 7.3. Some of the midfielders not having the best of games, but all round the team is playing absolutely superb. Very pleased with how it's going. Keep on going, lads. We are in fantastic form so far this season, and it's we're going above my expectations that I set for the season. I thought Europa League would have been great, would have been fantastic for Europa League football, but we could potentially reach the pinnacle of club football, and that's the Champions League, which would be absolutely amazing. Balak picks up a loose ball from the West Ham defender. Mina's going to run forward, but Alexic is going to tackle him there, and Mikel Antonio is going to drive forward, and he's absolutely skinned us there, and Lingard has put it into the back of the net. Antonio has absolutely skinned us down the right hand side. Lanzini has come off, and I think Antonio's come on for him, and he's absolutely skinned us down that left hand side into Jesse Lingard, and that's a lovely finish from the instep for Jesse Lingard. 3-1 to the Posh. Here we go, 20 seconds to go. Camera is going to launch that ball forward, but Holding gets there. Mina into Ward-Prowse, into Llorente. I think we're just playing for time here. Kimpembe on this left-hand side. Ward-Prowse into Kalido. Kalido takes a shot, but Kamara is there. And there we go. That's the final whistle. Peterborough United 3, West Ham United 1. And we keep on marching on. United do have a game in hand. We are 5 points away from them in second place. Could we do the title? Nah, don't think so. Really don't think so. What is their running actually? Let's see what they've got left in the season. So Norwich, they're still in the Champions League in the quarter-final stage. They've got Barcelona. They are winning that. Paulo Dybala is put them 1-0 up away at the Nou Camp. They've got Sunderland, West Ham, Arsenal, Bournemouth and Middlesbrough. So some of the teams they play, we play as well. So actually, their running's not that bad. If they continue to keep on winning, which is what Man U do, they will win the title. So with it being so close, I am going to just keep bringing you game after game after game. There's going to be no breaks from now until the end of the season. So the next episode will be Arsenal and Bournemouth. It's going to be a big end of the season. Massive 5 games at the end of the season to see exactly where we finish. Is it going to be Champions League? Is it going to be the Europa League? I think we're definitely going to do Europe. It just depends on which one we're going to have. And that's it for today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content going forward. And until next time, Arsenal and Bournemouth, Europe or bust. I'll see you soon.